Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. I spent some time with my family. I scrapbooked. I got a couple of projects done already, so that way I had it all done before I went back to work tomorrow. But let's go ahead and get started. So I have been really wanting to jump on the rainbow trend right now that's out. And I just didn't know what I was going to do. I really had no idea of even how to start the page. And sometimes when I get that way, I tend to start looking for photographs of, what do I want to scrapbook? And as soon as I found this picture of my daughter, an idea popped in my head right away, and I just went to work. So I grabbed some white cardstock, I grabbed some shimmers in frostbite. I'm going to do the packaging technique, and while I'm doing this packaging technique, I'm really hoping that in the end, when I'm all done, that it gives a look of like a storm coming, like a cloud, storm passing through. And I'm going to move the ink around and everything, and when it's done, it is exactly what I wanted. It is perfect. Now, off camera, I did use my Silhouette Cameo for a couple of die cuts, and you're going to see that here in a minute. It's going to be a cloud in gray cardstock. And when I'm looking at it, I was like, oh, this gray cardstock is so dull. It's just very bland. I want to kind of dazzle it up. So what do you think I'm going to be using right now? Did you say Tattered Angels Pearl Mist? You're right. You know I'm obsessed with this stuff. Ever since I found it back in my stash, I have been using it on, I think, every single project. So here I am kind of showing you on a scrap piece of paper. I first did a trial run where I sprayed it just to make sure it wasn't going to leave a stain of a watermark of where it dried up or where the ink was. But once I realized it didn't leave that mark, I sprayed it all up, that cloud, and I'm going to hold it up to the light and show you why I'm so obsessed with it. Because once the shimmer, well, actually the pearl mist, captures the light, it gives this beautiful shimmer to it. And I like it for the simple fact that when, you know how like glitter can sometimes be overwhelming, this does not. And that is why I am absolutely obsessed with it. Okay, so there is my idea right there, those raindrops. That is the idea that popped in my head on how I can create a rainbow. And I have all the primary colors. I didn't show you me kind of fussing with the raindrops just because, as you can see, there's so many of them. And I knew that I wanted to have it kind of set perfectly. So off camera, I fussied with it even more. In fact, my mom called and we had a really nice conversation. And she's like, what are you doing right now? And I'm all gluing about 50, if not more, raindrops on my scrapbooking project. But there it is, there it's done. And I love, 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 love it. This is actually my newest favorite layout right now. But there's the picture. That is where I got my inspiration. And I am showing you that first, the die cut package that I'm using. And it's a very old die cut. I don't know if you have it in your stash, but I was kind of showing it up just in case if you do. But the paper that you see right there that is chevron, that is not rainbow paper. There's 3 colors actually that's on there that are on the rainbow, but I knew that since I was going with primary colors, and those to me aren't really primary colors on that chevron paper, that if I was to have a really wide border going around that photo, the rainbow drops and that pattern paper were going to be competing against one another. And I did not want that. So I'm going to leave it very thin going around the photo just because I knew I needed more color. I wanted to give you the illusion that if you were to look at it really quickly, you would think that it was, rainbow color paper. And so I'm going to place it in the center, and then I'm going to cut around it. And I'm going to place it in the center, and the reason why is I want to still add a border along the 12 by 12 paper. So I'm going to trim down the white cardstock and then have that backing up. Now I'm just using this little 6 by 6 paper as basically kind of a guide to for cutting, even though I know it's not going to be perfectly straight, but I'm going to clean that all up using my paper trimmer. Now the 2 die cuts that, and I'm kind of going back a little bit because I wanted to talk to you about something that did not make it on the layout, or not on the layout in this video, and that is the 2 die cuts that I pulled, which was the blue scallop border, and then I had one that said "You Are My Sunshine." It's the yellow die cut. The blue border, when I placed that down on the left hand side, I needed to have something balanced on the right, and so there was going to be no blue. So at the very end, you're going to see that I added 2 blue hearts. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you about that because, like I said, it doesn't make it to the video. I actually thought about it after I was all done recording. So here I am putting everything down, and now I'm going to start layering all of my pieces that I'm going to add to this layout. One thing I do when I am working on a layout, I try to add a variety of embellishments because sometimes I just, like I said, if I have no design in mind, I don't really know what I'm going to use for embellishment. So if I have a wide range to choose from, I know a few of them are going to make it onto the layout. So you're going to see me try a couple of items from this layered sticker sheet. I'm going to try this one with the butterfly. That actually could have worked, but I decided against it, and I'm going to try a couple of other butterflies, and I am going to end up using that one up on the top right there with the pink and the aqua, and I think it even has, yeah, it has red in it as well. Now I kept this part in just so that way you could see how I'm trying just different things, just to see what works and is pleasing to my eye. That smile is not going to make it. However, there is going to be a tab that is going to go on the left hand side as well, that's going to say the word love. Now as soon as I saw that one die cut that says "You Are My Sunshine," right away the song popped up in my head, and I knew it had to be, I had to use it. I am going to add to it with a brad, and actually I'm doing that right now, and I'm going to use the one that says "Girl," so it's now going to read, the title is going to read "You Are My Sunshine Girl." And I love the look of that. I know I needed to add a few more things, and I am going to add a pink doily on both sides. I tried a white doily, but that didn't work. I'm going to try not to drop the sticker on my photo and rip it, but thank goodness I didn't. And I'm also trying to figure out, like, okay, if everything, where is everything going to be placed? Now, my original idea, I was actually going to have the photo all the way on the right hand side, but because I have the cloud and all the raindrops, everything coming down to the center, I want to keep everything in the center, so your eye is going to be drawn from the top, working its way down to the photograph. And I'm going to do my clusters, one, like I said, one on each side of the photo, and then I can always add my journaling to either both sides if I want to balance it for a little bit of symmetry, or just keep it off to the one side. I have not yet decided because I really don't have a whole lot to say other than the fact that it just doesn't rain here in California very often. As you can see, my daughter's wearing a summer dress. As soon as it does rain, my kids are running out there because they want to play in it. They don't get to see it very much. And that day, her wearing a summer dress is because it was 90 degrees and we had a huge rainstorm. So, but she had a lot of fun, and I'm glad I was able to capture the moment. So here I'm adding some foam to the die cut, but I'm going to realize once I put the foam on that now it sits up too high, so that brad cannot sit up on top of the die cut. So I'm going to put it on, and then I'm going to remove it and then go back to my original idea. And that's pretty much it, guys. I absolutely love the way it turned out. I enjoyed this so much doing a rainbow page. I probably want to do a couple more, but I hope you really enjoyed it as well. If you did, if you don't mind giving me a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you over here, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, I am doing a giveaway on August 27th is my 3rd year anniversary here on YouTube, and I am celebrating by giving a gift card to the one lucky winner. And if I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm actually going to do 2 giveaways. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and yeah, so that way you don't miss out on any other videos. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Bye.